people on this earth are truly one.
This is Houston, over.
And one in our prayers that you will return safely to earth.
Danger. The
Danger.
emergency self-destruct system is now activated.
God.
The station will detonate in T-minus 20 minutes.
No.
Override automatic detonation expires in T-minus 15 minutes.
I don't know why they would put this on the same circuit as the cameras. It just seems lazy, right?
It's lazy, right? Yeah, that you could accidentally trip a self-destruct sequence.
There's like a big red button that says transmit, and right next to that there's a button that says destruct. And they're both like the exact same color red. The font is really small. And
what about, do we have one for like a fire safety? Like
oh yeah, no, that's right above that one. Extinguish, it's called, which is a lot like
destruct,
right?
Destruct, extinguish, and transmit.
And transmit. All of them have their own dangers.
There's their own dangers, and their weird red button. We should really like paint one of them blue, perhaps.
Paint. Yeah, that's what. They should have thought of that, though. It just seems like poor design.
Right. Well, so let us make a note, maybe a little Post-it note, and make sure we tell.
That's how I launched in the first place. I said change the color of this button, and then I stuck it to the button, and then this happened.
Oh.
So you can see what the problem was.
So we have 20 minutes left to live. We have to, unless we figure out the override. Is there a button that says override self-destruct?
I didn't see it, but let me ask you this. I think we should just take this time. I think we should settle and accept our fate.
No.
It's not settling. It's just being at
Why don't we try to stop the self-destruct sequence? Why don't we try? Why are we just settling for our own doom? Should we not make an effort? If we know our impending doom is in front of us, do we just throw our hands up going, well, I hope it gets better?
Are you asking if our impending doom is impending, we should do something about it? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's a good point, isn't it? If it's...
No.
No, you're right. You're right. If the doom is already impending, if it, the sequence is going, but there's a built-in override. That's our one out. So technically, we just have to figure out how to override it, and then
because it said override ends in the time to over. Okay, that stands to reason that that's correct.
Right.
If it says that you have now 3 minutes or whatever she said to override the destruct, it would imply there is an override somewhere. Do you have any idea where that might be? Because from what I can tell, the captain has all the pamphlets. Can you believe that they just sent us up here with pamphlets? They're just all over him, like they're just laying on his body, taunting us. Have you looked in that? And through the window there, it's like this. No. The glass, and then he's laying there like a freaking vampire with these pamphlets, like how to, activate this or how to fly that ship out there, how to go through the airlock, the proper procedure. I mean, that seems pretty self-explanatory. Go into space, press the airlock button. Wait, go in.
But it says you're a specialist. You're a Scott Barrett specialist.
Yeah, those. Because I read a lot of those pamphlets, but it was a long time ago. I think a lot of the stuff has changed. All the numbers, like version numbers have gone up. I don't.
So you did no training whatsoever.
I had training, just not for any of this.
So what'd you train for?
It's embarrassing. Okay, I don't. Ask me another time. Hey, tell me about your childhood. For God's sake, let's just reminisce. Tell me something that I don't know about Dean. I've known you a long time.
Right.
Surprise
What don't you
me.
know? I grew up in Canada. Did you know that one?
I did know that. We're both Canadian. We met in Canada.
Okay.
And it wasn't a case of, hey, where are you visiting from? You know?
No, you never ask anybody that when they're in Canada, do you?
No.
I never think to.
No,
to,
we just.
hey,
Well,
you
it
assume
depends.
everyone's
If you're
lives
not
there.
friendly, then we assume you've come from somewhere else.
Particularly in the winter.
Yeah.
We
If
wouldn't be.
you're
Okay. Did you
ahead.
know? I part of my training, I took modern dance.
That
Did
can't
you
be
know
right.
that?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I was a modern dancer in my early youth.
So now you're an out-of-date dancer, is what you're getting at.
Yes. Oh, that's exactly what was contemporary movement is now historical movement. That's how long ago
Historical movement.
Is that sounds like a terrible thing, doesn't
It
it?
sounds like you've taken a dump in the past.
Which technically I have,
Yeah.
and that's not inaccurate. That is not an inaccurate statement, and likewise, hopefully in the future we'll do that as well. What? Oh, there's a space cat.
Yeah. I guess there's a space cat here. I don't even know how. I don't know. It seems
It's running rampant through the equipment.
Yeah.
Maybe the cat. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if the cat knew how to stop the self-destruct sequence?
I wouldn't count on them for anything. Like cats.
Okay. So we're
Interpretive dance, future. You learned the future of dance in the past, or modern dance.
contemporary. Contemporary suggests that this is the dance of now.
Does
Yeah, does it though? I don't know. A lot of it was a lot of running around. We did a dance show outside where I was standing. So there was a theater, but then we told everyone in the theaters, get out of the theater and go stand on the sidewalk. And then, unbeknownst to all the theater patrons, they thought I was one of them. So I'm standing in the audience, right? And then a
The
68
audience thought you
Valiant.
were one of them.
Well,
sorry,
no, they didn't know I was a dancer at the beginning. I looked like an audience member.
Like
in
a
that I was just
commoner. I understand.
like someone who
so
paid a ticket to see myself.
You were lowering yourself to the commoner status, mingling
No.
to get the skinny on, hey, what do you guys think of modern dance? It's stupid, right? And like waiting for them to like go, oh no, I
No.
think it's very modern. Well, you wouldn't
Well-
have thought so if you're looking at it from 10 years back.
Okay,
Or ahead.
so then a
Oh.
car comes around the corner, right? But there's no driver in it. It's just an empty car driving slowly around the corner. And then I run out of the audience and get hit by the car. I jump up on the hood and roll onto the windshield. And then that is the cue for the guy actually driving. And he's under the dash and he's been driving slowly below the dash using the rear view mirror to sort of guesstimate where he is on the sidewalk, and his cue to stop is me rolling up on the windshield. You can see that.
It sounds
Look it
very
up.
deliberate. Like you, first of all, weird that the guy's like, okay, I'm gonna beat Elon Musk to the punch here with this self-driving car, which is like this ghost car that I'm gonna
Ghost
drive
car.
in here. Ghost car,
Yeah.
sure, probably. From,
And then I get hit. But then
Next
there's
time,
like
Fox.
6 dancers all crowded on the floor, and then they all spring out the windows and the doors, and then
this
they.
is what counts as modern dance. You run out into the street, you dive over a driverless car, and all the other dancers go, "Wow, modern!" And then jazz
Well, no, and then-
hands.
You did very good jazz hands.
Thank
I
you.
gotta say.
I haven't even taken a class. Can you believe
No,
that? Check it
I
out.
cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, so the point is that
I'm a specialist.
the show was very well received. They
Yeah,
everybody loved
it
it.
sounds like you really hit all your marks. You really
no,
was
it
it
was
a
a
tap
cool
dance?
show.
You sort of tapped your way
No,
across the
no,
hood of
there
this
is-
car.
No, we did not. People rolled around. But it was a 68 Valiant. That was the problem. It was one of the Dan's. It was their personal car, and us jumping on it was denting it and stuff. So when we had to do the show again, we got a 76 Cordoba lent to us from a car dealership. And if you know anything about the angle of the 68 Valiant, the angle is like this, but the 76 Cordoba, the windshield angle is like that. So then when I did that, I rolled onto the windshield, and then I went through the windshield. And then
I'm sorry, are you describing an accident that happened, or a purposeful, I run out and jump on a speeding ghost car, and then everyone jumps out? I thought you were describing an accident that then turned into a dance, that then was like, well, we got such great laughs out of that accident last night. Let's get another car in here, and let's
we carefully choreographed that I would roll up on the hood. I mean, you can, you know.
That was completely lost on me in the story. I thought you were waiting outside of the theater.
I was.
To get the skinny on what people thought of modern dance.
No, you put that in. You put that part in.
I added that part of the story?
You did add that part of the story. I was not out to get the skinny.
Myself.
You did.
It would not be the first time.
So very clearly, I was planning to stand with the audience members and then run into the car, not the other way around. The car didn't run into me. I left the group and ran and then rolled up onto the hood and the windshield so that that was the cue for everybody to start.
How was your insurance? Like, I mean, were you...
No, the car was going very slow. You know, it wasn't like going 40 miles an hour because the driver was below the dash. He can't go 40 miles an hour. He had to go slowly around the corner and then get hit. And then does that not make any sense to you whatsoever?
No, I thought when this whole thing started, I thought you were describing a car accident you had while taking dance. You're like, oh shit, guess what tragedy befell the troupe, me in particular, as I rolled over this
automatic
car.
detonation expires in T-minus 3
Go take
minutes.
care of that. Take care of
Cat.
Just
Cat.
go. Fucking Space Cat. Space Cat, go take care of the
Self-detonation.
They could not be less interested. So here's the thing. I thought you seriously. I told you a few shows back. I told you about how I got stabbed by a knife, and then the next summer I got a tent pole in the head, and then you're telling me one time I hit this car and rolled over the windshield, and now you're telling me that it was all staged, and I'm really disappointed. I was gonna be like, oh, I can top that car thing. I got hit by a train one time, and then I was gonna maybe tell that story. But now that you've done, I feel like I'd be that would just be cruel. Have you got any stories where you've been injured? Like for real?
Well, I'm trying to tell the second part of that story. When we did it again.
Okay. This is going to be like one of those deals where the retractable knife was like locked out and it just stabbed into the person.
It kind of is like that.
Okay, I don't want to ruin that. Okay, please. I'm awfully sorry. I'm here. The
do you
cat
remember
is here. Let us listen to your story with the
cat.
next.
You know what? Speed up the self-destruct mechanism. I'm just going to get this fucking story over with now. Look, the whole point of the whole story was this choreographed piece to look like I get hit by a car, but in fact I didn't, until the 76 Cordoba that was lent to us by a dealership. When I rolled up on that, I went through the windshield. My weight on the windshield and the angle was too much, and the whole windshield gave way.
The option to override automatic detonation expires in T-minus 1 minute.
Thank you. No, you did. I think you did.
Did the Space Cat go save us?
I don't think so. I don't know.
No, it went over. It's going to save us.
Okay, yeah, he's probably going to save us. That'll be good. That he'll put us out of our misery. I mean, he'll save us from. No, please go on with the story. So you went through the windshield this time. This is good. I've been through many a windshield in my time. I not want to take away. I've jumped through and fallen through many windshields. Many. My friend rented a car. I used to be a very lightweight person, and I used to jump onto like car windshields as part of my shtick. I do backflips off of bumpers and you name it. And a friend of mine, his name is Tony. We talked to the guy with where we threw the tires and landed on my head.
10,
Yeah.
9, 8,
Don't worry about that.
7,
And I know I'm side railing your story, and I'm sorry. We'll get right to
No.
it.
Well, no, because no one purposely goes through car
the option
windshields.
to override
No,
detonation
I didn't
procedure
purposely go
has now expired.
through it. Well,
Right.
Kat, you didn't do it, did you? You didn't do
Dumb
it.
cat. What a
Yeah.
dumb cat.
You didn't-
So wait a sec. I went through a windshield. There's glass everywhere. Blood. There's blood on our hands.
Was it bloody?
Everything. Yeah. Well, yeah, because we're dancing, and so these little shards of glass get into our skin, and then we're rubbing it on the white
Are you telling me
leather
that
seat.
after you went through the windshield, you kept dancing? The whole troop was like, he's gone through the windshield, and he's probably going to be okay. The show must go on. We can't
That's exactly
do this
what I'm
another
saying.
day
The show
because we
must
don't have
go
the
on.
theater for any more days.
Well, it was out in the street. So yeah, what are you gonna do? So everybody said, "I keep dancing." So yeah, I went through the windshield. There's glass everywhere. Everybody keeps dancing. They all get cut up. They rub blood all over the car. There's blood everywhere. And then we returned the car to the dealership.
I'm your bloody dancer, dancer all bloody, dancing,
Well, and that's the thing, I mean,
slicing myself up. I'll just
Everybody
keep
thought
on
it was
dancing.
stage blood, and they
Keep
thought,
on
"Oh yeah, what a
injuring."
commentary on cars." You know, they found
It was a
meaning
commentary
in the,
on cars?
They thought the audience afterwards thought, "Oh, that was very clever." What a commentary on industrialized pollution and
And falling through glass and dancing about
Yeah,
blood strewn
exactly.
everywhere.
Yeah, they
that
thought it
story
was a
got a lot
stuntman.
better, I have to tell you. It got a lot more interesting. The bloodier
Well,
it
now
got.
I want to hear
There's
how many
something
times
about bloody
you just going
stories
through
that
car
really-
windshields as a fun prank as your go-to hilarity. That seems stupid. My story, you're mocking as idiotic, is actually much more fun
No,
than
your story is far better. I didn't mean to go through the windshield as a shtick. Used to be lighter, and so when my friend showed up in his rent-a-car, I hadn't realized that 5 or 10 years have gone by since you've landed on a windshield, and guess what? They're not this thick anymore. They're made of essentially what amounts to crystallized saran wrap. And
Right.
so I jumped off a wall onto my friend's car to do like a hey onto the window and went right through and was just standing in the front seat. And it's like, what the fuck? I'm like, did you get the insurance? I did. All right then. And then we went back to work. And that was the end of that. It wasn't a big story, but I don't know how you guys just...
Did you get hurt? No, the windshield just gave
I
way.
was fine. But it sounds like you got hurt.
Well, there was blood everywhere, so we're all bleeding. I don't know if that's hurt. But oh, now Space Cat shows up.
Space Cat is back. Hi,
Space Cat, you're gonna die with us. Do you realize that?
You could just
cat?
stand there. Just
Oh yeah. Just
fucking Space Cat.
walk into space, Space Cat. Just now you're staring at his butthole. That's the real black hole. That's the gravity hole right there. Just the other way.
Oh my God! You found the gravity hole. It's that over
You
there.
cannot not look away from the gravity hole.
Yeah, you can't unsee that. Nope.
That's right.
I can't believe he's the reason for our doom in two different ways now.
Well, and that's the other thing. Is the cat escaping? Does the cat know the way out this thing?
The cat doesn't seem to be aware of anything. You know.
The alarm is not alarming him. The giant
The alarm
alarming
is not
You
alarming.
red-
have 1
They don't.
minute to abandon the station.
All right, I want to
1
know how
minute.
the story ends. So you're dancing around, you're all bloody,
In T-minus 1
And-
minute.
you're all bloody, and
You're all
people are
bloody.
like, "Hey, the shows must go on." And
Yeah. And then we started whispering to each other, "Hey, watch out! There's a lot of glass." But it's too late because everybody's hands are cut to ribbons, and then everything we're touching, we're just putting bloody palm prints. And it's a white. The interior is white leather, and it's got that fake roof that's a white naga hide, whatever they had in 1976.
Naga
So we're
hide, yeah, I
getting-
think that was a candy.
Yeah. You get blood all over that and blood all over the entire car. Basically, we bloody the car inside and out.
What
And
did you get? What did you get paid for that gig? That's what I want to know. How much did it pay?
I think we shared. Oh no, that.